Hi everyone, this is Donte Vaughn, Vice President with the Powers Company. Welcome back to Power Your Culture. As supervisors and managers, we're put in a responsibility of providing feedback to our employees regarding their performance. And oftentimes that feedback is provided as criticism. However, to improve our employees' performance, we have to ensure that the criticism we provide is constructive. And that's not always an easy task. So a simple way to assess if your criticism is constructive or not is to think about it as if you're building a house. What's required to build a house? Most important for building a house, we need a blueprint or a roadmap. In that context, for that criticism to be constructive, you want to have a roadmap by which you provide that employee with what they need to do to improve their performance. What is that requirement for them to proceed? What were they not doing correctly that you found as inadequate for their performance outcomes? Also, you want to be sure to have a framework, right? When you're building a house, I can't put my doors and windows in without a framework. The framework in criticism could be something as simple as acknowledging what they did well, acknowledging what they did not do well, and then closing out with acknowledging what they can continue to do well by making those improvements. We call that the sandwich effect. But that's a framework of criticism so that you're not just going at it haphazardly in terms of that feedback. Another thing to be required for constructing a house is tools and resources. In the context of criticism, be sure if you're going to ask them to improve, assess what's required for that improvement. Ask them, how can I help you make those necessary changes to your actions or your behaviors? And provide them with the tools and resources to do so. When you think about building a house, you don't want to build it forever, right? You want to have a timeline or a deadline. When you're giving constructive criticism, be sure to accompany that feedback with how long you expect them to take to make those necessary improvements. Also, in building a house, it's not safe, it's not stable without a foundation. Furthermore, with criticism, look at the foundation of the criticism. Be sure you're addressing the root cause of the action or the behavior that requires improvement, because oftentimes we treat the symptoms of issues versus root cause. So understand what the foundation of that criticism really looks like. In our next video, we're going to talk about, now that the house is built, how do I maintain it? Because once you've fostered that constructive criticism, have provided the tools and resources for your employees to be successful, you want to nurture those improvements and those actions. Thanks for tuning in. Go out there and power your culture.